I've made every single dish here. I know how to make it. I know how to order it. I know how to make it. I know how to clean the dish that you ate and put it away.
And you still have time to watch Frasier at night.
Yeah. Well, I don't sleep much, so.
Yeah.
I'm Debbie Pontikas with the Brokery.
And I'm Jeremy Lovett with Intent Mortgage.
This is Kirsten Steele with the Chestnut.
Right here in Arcadia. I wanted to get right into like the history of Chestnut. I went to the website and I read through the about page.
Yes.
It sounds like it was kind of started as one thing and then that like turned into something else.
Right.
Help me understand what happened.
The development of Chestnut as it exists has transitioned quite a bit since when we opened to now. I mean, obviously there was a huge jump from kind of that cottage feel to more kind of a metropolis kind of hip. And at this point in time, it's actually interesting because this corner was a dead zone. The Henry didn't exist, Buck and Ryder didn't exist, Stake 44 was under construction, Flower Child. I was actually pregnant when we opened. It was
Because
really,
opening a restaurant
yeah.
isn't hard enough.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and throw a kid into the mix.
Oh yeah. And I already had one, so this is my second child that was born in April when we opened in December. But there's something that Chestnut brings to the table that's just a little bit different, you know, which I am really proud of.
Well, let's go back a little bit to the location. If you've been to the establishment, we're really at the main of Arcadia, right on Camelback, on the northwest corner of Camelback and 44th Street, or Tatum. You know, how important was the location for you?
Oh, it was absolutely crucial to the success of this business. One of the top points was that this is the third busiest intersection in the state, or no, in the city of Phoenix. Maybe even in the state, because Phoenix is the biggest city, right? But also what's really great about this community is that even though this is an incredibly busy intersection, you can walk 2 blocks south and 2 blocks in, and you're in a neighborhood where you don't even realize that you're in the center of a city.
That's Arcadia. That's
that's
where everybody loves
Arcadia.
it. Go down that block, go in that block, and then you got your nice, quiet street, and then you can come over here and have your choice of all these awesome spots. It's so cool. Now, you say you made some changes when you came in. Like, what were some of the big changes you made that really stuck for you?
It was a lot of aesthetics. It was a lot of menu. I mean, it was literally like every component we kind of just tweaked to just make it exactly what we needed.
So one of the things that I think makes Chestnut unique is that you, from the very beginning, have had a very strong voice about supporting local. And just looking around the restaurant, to the ingredients and everything, why don't you take us through that journey and why that's so important to you?
Absolutely. I 110% want to support local businesses because it's so important to reinvest our hard-earned money into our community. You know, it's constantly building our economy. It's constantly, you know, you're basically paying for the people who work here to have to, you know, to sustain their lives, and then they go out and support another local business, and it's kind of like all encompassing. But beyond that, I mean, I love to retail a lot of local products. We've got Roji tea, which is a cold brewed matcha tea, which has been insanely popular, and it's delicious. But if you're not a tea person, we of course have Mama's Cold Brew, which is a really well-known brand here in the Valley, becoming a nationwide, you know, known brand, which is fantastic. And then of course down to our coffee. It's called Fire Creek Coffee. I love Mike, the owner. He is fantastic. He's so helpful and so educating in regards to coffee.
Well, tell us about what we see in front of us.
We are so proud to say that we actually make all of our pastries here in-house. I have a pastry chef who comes in 3 days a week to prep everything out, and then a baker who comes in every single morning to bake the items that we need for the day. On the board right here, we have our blueberry house-made Pop-Tart, and we've got our signature chocolate chip cookies, which are actually what we're probably best known for. Our cookie was rated top 10 cookie in the city. I had a delivery for 180 of them yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I swear that wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I don't know.
And then our maple oat scone, which is actually a pastry that existed on the original Chestnut Lane menu that we transitioned over. It is just a really wonderful, mildly sweet scone. It's actually one of my favorites.
So these are more the cold things, and then you guys do lunch, but then you also have an evening concept that comes around every now
so
and
it's
then.
just a pop-up. It's something kind of under the radar, and it has a little bit of a cult following, which is really fun. But it's actually really run by my mom. We really thought that doing, you know, a kind of Asian pop-up here in Arcadia would be fun and new.
And so that concept's called Water Chestnut.
Yes, that is called Water Chestnut, and that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights from 5 to 9 p.m.
So they're going to bring us out something as well?
Yes, I actually want to. It's actually probably already made. I just didn't tell anybody to bring it out.
Oh, no
so
worries.
do you mind if I slip out?
Got it.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got?
Alrighty, so here we've got the chestnut chopped, which I mentioned earlier is kind of our claim to fame here. It's our #1 bestseller salad-wise on our menu. And then moving this direction, we have our huevos avocado. It's one of my faves. And then finally over here we have our, this is a newer item as well, this is the avocado toast. So we've got 3 toasts that we added to the menu, the bacon jam, the avocado toast, and the tomato ricotta.
You know, what's always impressed me is that, you know, Kirsten's a very hands-on providing a place for people to come and truly enjoy an environment and truly enjoy their food, but then feel like they have a place where everybody knows their name.
Oh, 100%. Oh my gosh. And so what's so funny that you even say that is that I don't watch, I do actually watch a bit of TV, but I don't watch current television. And I actually just finished the Cheers series.
The whole thing?
Which I had never seen. I watched Frasier, and then I watched Cheers because of Frasier, and then I watched Frasier again because I love Frasier. And it's funny, when I watched that, I was like, that's exactly what Chestnut is. It's not a bar, but you know, we've got customers who come in every day or every other day, and all of us, we're like, hey Tiffany, hey John, you know, hey Rick. And it's just where you walk through that door and we already know your order.
Memorize this face, because I'm getting this
Oh.
once a week until I die now. That is like right there.
And then the Billy Club is named after my husband. He eats 2 things here at Chestnut. He said, I want something named after me on the menu. And I said, okay, here's the one thing that you'll eat. But I named it the Billy Club because his name's Billy.
Well, this is all the food stuff. You also do teas and coffees and do all those fun pieces?
Yeah. So our drink menu, there's all kinds of different things. We've got fresh pressed juices, espresso beverages, iced tea, hot tea, regular drip coffee, which of course we talked about our locally roasted beans.
Well, fun. Well, speaking of coffee.
Yes. Let's make some.
Let's make some.
Let's make some?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kirsten, for inviting us into a little bit of Arcadia here at Chestnut.
Absolutely.
And if you would like to live, work, or play the Arcadia life,
just give Debbie and I a call, and we'll see you here next time on Arcadia Life, where you can see what other fun things we're doing here in your neighborhood.
be sure to comment below and tell us where you'd like to see us next time. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Debbie Pontikas.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
It's about that time.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Totally.
I was gonna say, I can only imagine what Bruce Lee's doing in my juice. And you still have time to watch Frasier at night.
Well, I don't sleep. It's a trick because once they touch it, they gotta buy it.
That's right. Oh, she touched it.
Just don't shake the table. That'll
I know.
I know.
Don't start. You nailed it.
I think we did it.